What's up, guys? Wow. How's my line dropping already? I haven't even started streaming properly. What the snot is going on? So annoying. Oh. Hope the music goes through smooth. Alrighty. Should we get into it? What do we got? Okay, so separately, I managed to trim these. Happy days. All fairly much cut at the exact same spot. So we're looking pretty good. Today I'm going to move on and do Alright, so these are cut. Today we're going to try and hit up these feet, which would be pretty sweet. I want to try and take a chunk off the top, and I also want to try and find a way to eliminate or drastically cut down these hands, which should be pretty sweet, hopefully, if everything goes smooth. Or I will fuck it up and it will be hilarious because you'll all be watching. So first step, I guess, with this is I'm going to take some stuff off the top, try and shorten this down. So I got to take these leg pegs off entirely, or I might just take this center column part, but I'm going to have to cut really tactfully around these thrusters because they're pretty tight. So we might have to bust this bad boy out. And we want creep. Let's do that. Like a glove. What's up, guys? Alright. Now. Is that music coming in through alright, guys? Is it too loud? Get center frame on that bad boy. I'm going to drop my webcam because it's stupid and no one needs to see my face. Dude, these are not that tiny. Believe me, when you get to the little what's his face, the little artifacts that I was working on, they're like the entire unit's about that big. But having a vise, any vise, really helps with tiny stuff. That's gonna be annoying. Let's do that. Come on. it is really hard to try and saw at an angle that shows up. What's up, guys? Hey, Jonah. What's up, man? Alright, so what I'm doing is trying to start the sawing around this smoothly, in a way that means I don't have to fuck around basically when I want to cut it up properly later. So if I pull half of these out, come on, and of course it has really awkward knees, so that makes it nice and annoying, but having this helps. So if I can start the line throughout all of them, then I can take it off the vise and cut it by hand. But I need that straight guideline to be able to do that. Did I build the template? Yes, I did. Jono, dude, it's the longest lasting ad in the world for this vise. To answer your question, Maker, yes, I did. So here is effectively the stencil. I can't really show you how smooth it is. There's a video coming out for it, but essentially I made a slip-on epoxy stencil, and I could slide it up to a certain point and it would only go that far, and then that gave me the two lines to cut, because I had to separate the top of the binder as well as the bottom piece of the binder. So yes, I did it. It worked really well using this, mostly because I could sand it. I've got a separate vid explaining or showing that as well, which I'll drop out, because it's just easier to sand and clean this shit, and I'm just more used to it. But Thermomorph's a perfectly good option too, as you said. So that started there. That's fine. Son of a bitch. Anyone know what the rules are on swearing prolifically in a stream? Is that okay? They're not going to demonetize my no money account if I swear hardcore over. Yeah, exactly. So Thermomorph is hard to sand, but it does give you the flexibility that you can just kind of keep tweaking it. You can keep soaking it and playing with it. Man, I am sick. Don't even start. If I don't sound sick, then I'm pretty happy. You gotta... No, I'm not close to 1,000 subs. I was being facetious, because I find it very hard to stop swearing unless I can edit it all out in post. Yeah, dude. If only that was the case. If I could just power swear and get more subs, boom, I'm loaded. Unless there is a beer label that wants to back my channel, that would be amazing. Someone talk to a tequila company. I'm sure they'll back a horrendously swearing guy while I fucking play with toys. So the idea here, for those of you that are jumping in or missed it, is I'm trying to actually take this really tiny amount of the leg out, because I'm doing essentially I'm trying to squash the SD up even more and super deform it even further. Dude, Julia, what are you doing, bro? Alright, and excuse the extremely specific way I cut shit. Typically what I'll do is, if it's something really fiddly like this, I can't cut from the front because this is an absolute bitch to try and get tools in. So what I'll do is I'll try and get kind of established cuts, like when you do woodworking. So I'll get a quarter cut here, a quarter cut on that side, and then I can just match the two at the back, and then I'll cut straight down towards the annoying crappy part. And then once that's good and in there, I can then drop it in something like this handy disc bay not shilling vise, and good times. God damn. It'll be hella super deformed.